Right.
What?
First one that's known out of all the reviews I've done. It's a tissue designed to generate a force to create a movement. The movement can be moving an object or moving you. But it's a tissue designed to generate a force. So it's a tissue that just contracts itself. Can't elongate itself, it contracts itself. So it generates a force to create a movement. The movement can be moving you, your postural muscles, or in the intestine moving food, or the heart moving blood. So either way you're moving something. Okay? Alright, now, Harrison Systems. What's another name for Harrison System?
An osteon.
Osteon. Not canal, osteon. Harrison's canal is central canal. So, what type of bone are they found in? Compact bone. So they're usually in the shaft of the bone, usually. And they're designed to do what, the osteon? Give what to the bone? Strength. And then, I'll jump to the next one. Let's skip the class for a second. Go to lamella bone. So lamella bone is responsible for the growth of the osteon. It's bone that grows in a circle for the growth of the osteon. That's lamella bone. So what the hell does circumferential lamella do?
That's diameter. It rings it out.
It rings it out. I'm thinking of killing the kids. Rings it out. I want to ring their neck. So what does ring it out mean? She's like, yeah.
Everything's from my
Wait a minute. All right, so what do I mean by circumferential? It rings it up. So what is the difference between lamella bone versus circumferential lamella? They both grow in a circle, right? All right, diameter of growth. So lamella bone is the actual osteoblast creates this ring bone that creates the osteon, the strength and vertical force. So what creates the growth of circumferential lamella? The calcification of the periosteum. Remember? The calcification of the periosteum creates that. And that's going to be responsible for diameter growth of the total bone. Diameter growth of the total bone. Not the osteon, the total bone. And what hormone would regulate that? Growth hormone. Growth hormone? So then, maybe we jumped over the class. Is the osteoclast responsible for bone formation or bone breakdown?
Breakdown.
Okay, breakdown. Looks like a blender in there. So, breakdown. So what is its lineage? The osteogenic cell or the white blood cell? I got Diego thinking. Yes, the white blood cell. Because it works like that. So what does it do to get the calcium in? It engulfs it or phagocytizes it and brings it in and then puts it in circulation. So when the body needs calcium, it's going to take it from the bone. Why would the body want calcium? What's it going to use it for? Besides everything, more specific. Think of muscle contraction. It needs it for that. That's one major reason it needs calcium. Muscle contraction. Of smooth muscle, cardiac muscle, skeletal muscle, they all use calcium. That's what we just kind of talked about. Correct? You can talk again, so you don't have to just laugh. Your voice works. So we go with that. So, what is the shaft of the bone known as?
Diaphysis.
Diaphysis. What's the ends?
Proximal.
I love the way you guys try to pronounce this one. Epiphysis. Epiphysis sounds too much like, you just saw God or something. So I say epiphysis. All right? All right, so we know that. Ligaments first of all, ligaments and tendons are made out of what type connective tissue? Go right down to the tissue level. did between the dense.
Dense connected.
That's regular, exactly connective tissue. Because they have to move and glide. The capsule's made of dense, irregular connective. So see how I told you the course is kind of cumulative on itself? Because what we did before doesn't mean it can't get asked again. So in theory, even though the final is not truly cumulative, it is. Because if you don't remember the stuff from the beginning, you can't answer the end question. And a lot of this stuff is going to play back on your last test because nerves and muscles work together. So keep that in mind. Don't just cram this and forget it. Learn it and keep it in your head for the next month so when you take your last test, you got it. Okay, which one holds bone to bone?
Ligaments.
Huh?
Ligaments.
Ligaments. Which one holds the muscle to the bone? Tendons. So that's the difference, okay? But they're made out of the same material, doing different. And how do we create a tendon? What happened in the muscle to make a tendon? I don't have one. Oxygen. Oh my God, you're thinking too much. So easy.
Yes.
So what were the 3 layers that continued on past the muscle tissue when we built the muscle? The myceliums, right? So endo, peri, and epi come together and they create a tendon. It's as simple as that. You're thinking too much. It's as simple as that. Yes.
Can you just repeat that one more time?
Yeah.
He doesn't want me because he said, you know what, I got it and I want to get an A and not them.
No, I want to know.
He wants to know.
He's giving you the blanks there.
All right. Remember the 3, what were the functions of the myceliums? What did they do in the muscle? Let's understand them first before we give it to you again. It holds the muscle tissue together, correct? So which one wrapped around the muscle cell or the muscle fiber? Endomysium. Then the fascicle was perimysium and the whole muscle epimysium. But we said, remember looking at the picture, the pink finding the pink tissue ends, which is the muscle tissue, and the connective tissue continues on. So as the 3 myceliums unite together, continuing on to the bone, they create the tendon.
Oh,
So
that makes
the
sense.
endo. It's
Oh,
right
yeah, I
here.
knew there was something that makes sense.
Here's another question. How does the tendon attach to the bone or the ligament attach to the bone? Super glue? What on the bone attaches it?
It's not coming.
Oh, that.
The what? You're thinking too much again. What coats the bone? What's the outside layer of the bone? What fibers connective tissue lines the bone? Periosteum. So the periosteum twines around the tendon and glues it right to the bone. They grow together. Bless you. Are you ready for periosteum? I'm just wondering, because I mentioned when she sneezed. She went to bed too late last night. She's tired. I'm going to give up that college so let's see. Okay, are we good now? All right, so we know what an osteoclast is. What's the job of the osteocyte and how was it created? And I don't want to hear God. Go ahead, let's go. I want the science.
Literally.
Yeah, well, you better start, you guys better go do novena. Okay, so you better spend all weekend in church praying to no end. But besides that, study too, okay? All right, what is an osteocyte's function? Thank you.
Yeah,
There's a lot today. Maintenance, good. Must be the purple here. Maintenance. All right, so maintains the bone. What is its lineage? Where did it come from? Did it come from the class or the blast? I know you know. I'm not going to keep going to you because you know the answers. I'm going to go to other people now and torture them. Can't torture them because they just snap back at you, so it doesn't work. Where's my shy students? The blast, exactly. So the blast job is to create, the site to maintain, the class to destroy. Remember I told you that? Those three simple things in your head. They go back and forth. So, the blast came from osteogenic cells. The class came from white blood cells because of the way its function is going to be. So there's only delineation between them. So when I want to put calcium back in the bone, the blast will be stimulated. When I want to take calcium out of a bone, the class will be stimulated. So, let's go. All right, so let's get to some easy stuff then. Atlas and axis, tell me about it. Which one's C1?
Atlas.
Atlas. What's the function of the atlas? What? I hear all this talking and there's just sounds like boo, boo, boo. Somebody just answer it. What's the function? What's it do? It holds your head up, right? Supports it. And it flexes and extends it. Be quiet, because everybody's talking at once. Sounds like boo. All right? So which one rotates it? Which is? Axis.
Axis.
All right. Which one contains the dens? Axis. Good. That's it. So why is that not? I guess it was taking it away. I thought it was something else at first. It was quick. Transverse foramen. Where do you find them? Which vertebrae? Which vertebrae? Cervical. What goes through it?
Nerves.
The what? The vein?
Nerves.
Which artery?
Wait a minute. Who's doing the T-ball artery?
The what?
Something with the
You said it. And what did you say? Did you say vertebral artery?
No.
All
We're
right.
just gonna skip what I said.
Okay.
We're not gonna go over that.
Oh, well, we're hanging with those bad girls. Vertebral artery goes through it. Remember stroke and stuff? It's very common to happen with the vertebral artery.
The vertebral artery.
Okay? The nurse, one of the nursing students, she's a tutor now, she's in nursing 2. And on auscultation of the lungs, a lot of the anatomy stuff we talk about is on the exams and board questions. So a lot of the stuff we're doing with you, you're going to see again someday. If you don't really know it, you're not going to get licensed. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a lot of crap that's on them. It's not just clinical, but using this stuff clinically, why you have to know the foundation. So as we go on, we know the foundation more and more. So, awesome. So lumbar vertebrae, how many? And how do they possess one? Sagittal, oblique, or coronal?
Is it oblique? No. No.
That's cervical. We got 2 left. Let's pick. Sagittal. Good. We went to the right one next instead of going through all of them. So sagittal means the greatest amount of flexion and extension takes place in the lumbar spine. Which vertebrae has the scotty dog? Yes, lumbar. Remember I mentioned scotty?
I don't know.
Which vertebrae contains the scotty dog? The lumbar. If you see he's got a collar on, you got a fracture. Remember that? If he's wearing a collar, he has a fracture. So the lumbar spine. Scotty dog? physically anyway. You said so. Some of you are here all the time physically, but mentally, I don't know, if you're here or not. So you just sit there with that same look. So it's hard to say, are they absorbing or are they just like in an oblivious world? Okay, so where do we go next?
This.
Disc.
It is.
It's like disco. What's the job of a disc?
A
Shock
absorber.
absorber, right? What are the two portions of it? The outside is called the what? The annular fibrosis, and the inside is called
It's the neck.
the pulposus.
Nucleus pulposus.
Nucleus pulposus, thank you.
It's the squishy stuff.
She's working on getting it out. That's it. There's not much else to talk about.
Alright. Yep.
All right, tell me about the sternal angle. What is
It's
its
like a
function
circle
anyway?
between the vertebrae.
Does there any movement in the sternal
Yes.
angle? Who said yes? You're 100% right. So it moves the chest anteriorly, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is it clinically important
What is what?
for? Clinically important for? What rib level is it at?
It holds the rib section.
That's where I contradiction.
Thank you, two. And how about what level posterior? What, 4, 5, depending on, all right, so 4, 5. All right, so you know that. And what would you auscultate if you go right near it? What would you be listening for?
Heart.
Heart rate?
Heartbeat.
Or valves, such as aorta and pulmonary valve, right? And the bifurcation of the trachea into the primary bronchi. That's
where it
what you would
separates.
get asked on your nursing exam.
That's where it separates, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what they would ask you.
Yeah.
What is the significance of the angle of Louise? They wouldn't call it sternal angle.
Is angle Louise?
Angle of Louise.
Louise.
Not Louise. That's his wife. Louise. That's Louise's wife. Louise. But Louise. Angle of Louise is what it's known as in the clinical world. But that crap does appear all the time, people, when you're reading x-rays and stuff. Angle of You have any questions? Oh, you're just stretching, okay. I'll make sure, I want to like pass over you. Okay, so where are we now? Why am I losing track of myself? You guys getting all screwed up? All right.
Axial
Axial skeletal system. Is it true that the clavicle is part of the axial skeletal system?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, I
It's
got
the trunk.
one yes. She's like, yeah, well, I'm certain.
Yeah.
All right, so the clavicle
It's the
helps you.
trunk.
The clavicle helps you breathe, right?
Yeah.
Oh, does the clavicle move the shoulder?
But isn't it part, it helps you breathe?
Her clavicle helps you breathe. So.
Doesn't it help move the shoulder?
All right, so is shoulder movement part of the trunk or the extremity?
Yeah, so clavicle's part of the.
And that's the trunk. Sternal, that axial skeleton is all trunk, right? So like
Correct.
skeletal, neck.
So the answer is false. It's not true. It's a false statement. But I just nailed 99% of you guys. Probably some that didn't answer probably knew it, but they just don't answer because they don't feel like being bothered. He knew it because he nodded. Right away he knew. But see, there's the ways I can trick you. Right? It's easy to trick you guys. All you gotta do is change one word in a question and you're tricked. And that's, you know, the truth is most questions have the answer in them if you take your time reading them. Where you go wrong, you read it, like, you start reading the beginning, oh, I know that, and you answer without reading the whole question. And then you get it wrong. Some board questions just would make no freaking sense. You read the question, knock out what don't go with it, and then you'll figure it out. There's an art to taking tests, people. The more you take, the better you become at doing it. By the time you have an RN, you'll be good at taking tests. Okay, so let's go on. What holds the pituitary gland?
The sphenoid
My
bone.
hands. No, cell right? What bone is the cell in?
What'd you say? The what? The cell.
The sella turcica holds the pituitary, right? What bone does the sella turcica sit in? Ethmoid or sphenoid?
Sphenoid.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. All right. Saddle joint. Give me an example. Think of hitchhiking. Your thumb.
It's your thumb.
How many planes of movement does it have? 1, 2, or 3?
Two.
2. Exactly. 2 planes. When I'm talking about an airplane, it can do what? It can flex, extend, adduct, abduct. 2. Right? 2 ribs, false ribs, slender. How many 2 ribs?
1 through 5.
No, 1 through 7.
Why are they true?
They never lie.
Yeah.
Because they say yes all the time. They're attached.
Attached to the sternum. Or this way?
Don't confuse yourself.
Is it the sternum? I feel like it's the
Um,
sternum.
What? Go
They're
ahead.
attached to the sternum?
Right, they attach directly to the sternum through their own cartilage. So why is 8, 9, and 10 false? Because they've had surgery? No.
Because they're attached to the spine. Right?
They're attached to the what?
The spine.
Oh, the others don't go to the spine?
Oh, well, they do, but they're not attached to the sternum.
They're not directly attached.
So how do they attach?
I have no idea.
Through the cartilage of rib 7. So they're false.
That's right.
Okay.
I figured it had something to do with
How
that.
many true? How
I
many
really
floating?
don't know.
Why are they floating in the new paths? They just float. They just hang out.
I just don't know.
Now, is it true the same amount of ribs are male and female? No, same amount of ribs in male and female. Is it true or false, that statement? That's a Dr. J question. Yes, it's the same amount.
No.
Even though he took ribs from me,
I'm saying it too.
which was the
So
woman came
sure.
first, then the male. So the X gene came first, then Y. Why? I don't know why. That's why. Okay. All right. Flexion versus no, we're gonna do gliding joint problems. Slightly movable. Boy, what's the proper name of a slightly movable joint? Diatrodial, synatrodial, amphiatrodial.
Yeah, it's that big.
What?
Diatrodial, synatrodial, amphiatrodial. What's the proper name of a slightly movable
It's
joint?
the last one.
Amphiatrodial is slightly movable.
Can you break that down in like a syllable, keep one at a time?
And
Amphiatrodial.
atrodial, amphiatrodial. So, come on, we went over this stuff when we did joints, people. It's in your down notes, it's in your PowerPoints. All right,
I knew it was the
let's go back to the slightly movable joint. Give me the examples, there's 2. Right, number 1, this, it's number 2. Pubis symphysis, exactly. All right, you got that. So if we did the synatrodial means no movement, is rib 1 to the sternum a synatrodial joint?
I was gonna say, it does not, I'm gonna,
All right, you're gonna what?
I don't know, I'm gonna say yes, because it doesn't.
It is, you told me, it is a synatrodial joint.
No, that doesn't, yeah, I don't like that. You do that purposely, it's all right. Just makes my brain stronger at some point.
So what do you think? She's the only
Why are
one
you
with
making
the,
me-
she's the only one with the
making me-
guts to
you're making me
answer.
retract
Don't retract your answer, I want you to keep it. The answer is true. It doesn't move. That's the only one I could probably fake you on. That rib 1 to the sternum is a synatrodial joint. It doesn't move. I told you. Get that one in your head because that's the one I can trick you with. You don't even listen to what I'm saying in lecture. I say, this is the one I can trick you with. Put that in your head. Put that in your head. I got her looking like she fell off a boat. She's in the middle of the ocean. Yeah, you really fell off a boat in the middle of the ocean. Like, where am I?
No, I'm listening.
All right.
I have lots of.
I knew this class was Last night's group just like ripped right through this like nothing. This group is just like torture.
Oh,
This is
I
my
have
penance.
friends in
This is
the
my
other room.
penance.
Tell her to do the good.
That-
Like, hold
you
on.
should move.
You